Hello Aries, thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Romance Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. Already shuffled. Let's see where this is going. This deck likes to be a double card deck, I'm noticing. Stop. Excuse me. Alright, okay. Coming into the situation, you got the Tower, which this is a very interesting interpretation of the Tower. I kind of like it. Especially when you see the feet there kind of, like whoop, got thrown off the side there. And it's going to, it evolved anyway into the Ace of Wands, which the Tower usually is breaking things down so they can be rebuilt. I'm getting a very passionate rebuilding happen very quickly. When you came into this situation, whatever this is, it was on the heels of something else imploding. And this came in quickly, right after it. I'm also getting when this came in, you fit right into this situation very easily. With chemistry here, you took to it like a duck to water, but socially, I'm getting the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this is socially. The situation that you jumped right into, you got right into it, technically the technical part was easy. The social interaction seems like it was kind of cold and not what you wanted right off the bat, but the situation itself, like if it was going into a new work situation, that fit like a glove. But it was socially, it just was very awkward is what I'm getting. Now, as things progressed, I'm getting, whatever you're dealing with, the situation, it feels, again, socially, people seem to be feeling like they don't know what to do with you, they don't know how to handle the situation, they seem to be more nervous about how to handle you or how to take you. A lot of them are just kind of walking away and not dealing with you at all unless they absolutely have to. This is not the warmest of welcomes. Even though the situation fits you like a glove, the people or whoever you're dealing with, they don't seem to be reacting to you very well. They're not really embracing you at all. Now, I feel like you're proving yourself over time. And I have the Nine of Cups here with what's happening. I feel like you're seeing some type of adversity here. And you're addressing it and you're trying to mute it out. Because on your side above this card of Nine of Cups is religious factors, which doesn't have to be literally religious. But I feel like the way you're feeling about the situation as a whole is in contrast to other people you're dealing with. For that reason, and I feel like you're completely aware of that, you're kind of muting, I wouldn't say muting, you're making it a non-issue. You're just kind of walking around it. People know where you stand. People know how you feel. It's not like you need to reiterate it. People know where you stand, and you know where they stand. There's a very contrary opinion here. That's because I feel like there's a contrast. You're just not highlighting it. You know it's there. The other people, whoever you're dealing with, they know it's there. No reason to highlight it any more than it already has been. Because you're kind of keeping it on the low, not on the low, you're just not making a big deal about it. That's why the Nine of Cups is starting to pull in. Because I feel like it seems to be the kicker here of why people are so adverse to you. They just feel differently than you feel. And I get that there's a stress thing here because I'm kicking up hiccups here. But I feel like you're not making it an issue. You're not allowing it to become more of an issue than it has to be. And I'm getting that as people start to realize that you're not pushing the envelope on that situation, you're not expecting them to agree with you. You're aware that they don't, but you're working around it. I'm getting things are going better. Now, this is an awkward card here. You got separation coming in next. I feel like you're separating with, like, you're not allowing things that keep you apart to separate you, because it almost feels like this is how that should be. Separating, like you're separating the adversity from the situation. You're taking out what keeps you apart from the situation. You're making it less of a factor. And I'm getting the people that you're dealing with, they got true love, which I know how that sounds, but you're keeping that safe distance. See, when I'm getting separation, I feel like you're keeping whatever the adversity is separate from the situation as much as you can. And I feel like that's allowing people to warm up to you a little more. That seems very interesting because I'm trying to understand exactly what they mean. Because I almost feel like I see, like for example, if you're the boss, you're trying to do things with these people socially, and you're like, when we're out socially, I'm not the boss. I'm just I'm just like everybody else. And I feel like people really do like you. And they're realizing that what happens, like for example, if it's one of those situations where you're the boss, when you're doing things out at a bar, if you're hanging out with them and in a weekend barbecue type situation, whatever happens there, that stays there. That has nothing to do with work. That's not brought into work. That's not talked about at work. It's not a factor. That's very interesting how that card comes in, because I'm seeing this is improving the situation for you. You've got the Knight of Cups here. You're a lot happier because you found that balance. You've proven to these people, whatever it is, whatever is keeping you apart, whatever the adversity is here, you've made it quite clear where that divide is and where that doesn't bleed over to maybe a friendship or something like that. It doesn't have to be an issue. And you're holding true to that. And these other people are seeing that you are honest and you are right on the ball with that. You said that, you meant that, that's how it is. Now I'm seeing like things seem to change pretty quick around you. I'm going to develop an accent. I don't even know what type of accent that is. You got the Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Wands. Things are going quickly. Things are changing quickly. People are really starting to warm up to you very, very quickly. I feel like the situation is really starting to go in your favor. People are really starting to see that that separation that they were fearing before isn't something to fear anymore. And you're connecting with these people. You got the Ace of Cups with your final card. You're coming together with these people. This is working out really well. I'm just like, I want to question this separation card here more, because it has something to do with differences of opinion, something about your standing in the situation, where you stand. And when you make it clear that where you stand and your role in this situation isn't going to work against somebody else, it doesn't have to be a problem. Everybody seems to get along a lot better. That seems to be the kicker here. The situation, you fit perfectly into this situation. People just don't warm up to you very easily, very quickly. I feel like they might have had a bad experience with somebody else similar to this, but when you start proving that you're not that person, you're not like that, and that you can keep things separate successfully, and you mean what you say, when you say you're keeping it separate, these do not go together, these do not affect each other, you mean it and you stick with it. It does work out, because I feel like the situation fits you first. Everybody seems to warm up to you after the fact. They just seem to have build this level of trust to understand how you really work and who you really are. I feel like this works out great. All right, are we good? All right, I'm going to let that be there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.